Hello everyone, welcome back to the Talos Principle Road to Gehenna. Today we're going to rescue some more guys. I don't know if the game is going to give us an ending after this or if there will be another world. Like, I feel like this can't be the end, right? There's got to be a little bit more. Because I remembered that the gray tetrominoes in the original game was you find a bonus world after you get enough stars. And so then you do more puzzles. And so we probably have something like that in this game, but I haven't seen any entrance to a star place yet. Maybe that unlocks once we beat all the normal levels. Who knows? Anyway, today we are going into that. From afar, that absolutely looked like a video game model. Today we are going to go into Press and Jam, but first I gotta look around the outside to find QR codes and stuff. Or maybe not, because it looks like it doesn't go around. Oh, is there an alt entrance? There's a something. Oh, we're gonna let this person out right here. Okay, so how cool would it be if a puzzle had... It does have an alt entrance. So... yeah, how cool would it be if you couldn't... Oh no, it's just right over here. Darn it. If there were two entrances and you had to come in from multiple sides and you couldn't go between them inside the puzzle, you had to go outside the puzzle. I guess it wouldn't be that cool, but it would be kind of cool as a gimmick. And then you had to do things in the different sides. So we start, we have a jammer, we have to use the... Oh man. Oh no. Recorders. No. No. So we have to use the recorder to duplicate things. Okay. Two jammers. We could move the jammer to the inside. I think we might just want to move the jammer to the inside to begin with, because there's nothing wrong with having the jammer inside. Because we can open as many doors as we want. So we can get this one and we can have it. We can have it open. Actually, we learned from a previous level that we can jam two doors by doing this and clicking the other one and setting it on the button. Yeah, two doors open. That's nice. And then we could... I mean, well, we could get a little bit farther. Let's start by going a little bit farther. See how far we can get and how many tools we can find. Okay. There's one more jammer over here. So, and there's a fan up to the exit. And there's a star right up there. Okay. So, first things first, we want to get to the exit. We'll check out the stars. That tree just phased. It, the model, the draw distance phased through this wall. Do we want to get this jammer? Order number 1. So, what do? We need... that door can only be jammed. This door can only be jammed. This door can only be jammed. So, we have 3 doors that can only be jammed. So... what I want to do is... have the jammer inside. Okay. No, not like that. Like that. Okay. I want to have the jammer inside. And then while it's recording, I want to twist it over to this one. And then after... and yeah. Yeah, so it's like this. I hit record, I come over here, I twist it over to this one, and then I leave it there, and then I unrecord and I run through here, grab it, and then hit that one. Alright, that's what I'm gonna do. Recording. Go. That one's open. And I leave it open for a little while. I think there's supposed to be a fast forward button, but I don't know what it is. Let's stare at the wall for file size sake. That should be good. Now we just go back. There we are. Alright. Jammer is mine. Open up the door for me, Scotty! Which is somehow a Star Trek reference. Alright, we've got our second jammer. Okie dokie. So, now we can get back. It's all good. We have 2 jammers. Wow. So now we can take all of our stuff back. All the way back. Okay. Just take turns jamming the doors. Back and forth. Oh, don't walk out there. Oh, it was jammed by this one, okay. Alright, we have all of our tools. There's also a fan. So, what we have to do is we have to use this. We can have 4 total jammers and 2 total connectors. And we can move some of the jammers, but we have to have all the doors be open. Wait, do we? If we're on that platform, let's see what we need to do. I'm gonna walk back a little bit. Okay, if the connector is here, no, it does not reach. But we can have both of these doors open like this. So the thing is there's these windows here. I wonder why the windows exist. So what we can do is we can have 2 jammers. 2 jammers like this. And then, okay, that's pretty easy actually. So, let's go ahead and connect this. Are we almost done? Is this level this easy? Actually, let's go a little bit farther to the right here so we can get around those tools. So then we just leave this here and we record and we turn this jammer around for like 20 seconds. That's all we gotta do? Surely I'm doing something wrong. Alright, because now in the replay, this whole thing should be open. Wait, I'm going to do it over here so we don't block the laser. The whole thing is open. So we take the laser and we connect it right here, or over here, doesn't matter. And then we go up and we win. Really? It's that easy? Huh. Color me surprised. So that should be enough time. There we are. Now we shouldn't have to even touch the jammer. Yeah. Let's go. Jump. Done. This was the easiest puzzle I've done since the base game. And now we can even just get back. What's up? Who are you? Spider! We released Spider, guys! We released Spider! Oh, things are gonna change. Haha, and here is the real challenge. There's a star up here somewhere. Up there. We need to be able to turn this on. It must blow us high enough because I don't think we can get a box back here. You're booping at me. I will attend to the boops soon. So, yeah. We need to take our components out, which we should be able to do just fine. And we have to arrange them to what? Okay, now we need to use the windows. So, is the source visible from over here? No, it's not. So, for up there, I don't know. This looks tough. I can't think of the angles, because, like, the source is over there. Okay, no, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So the source is right here. Is there any way to see I guess we can see through that window. No, then we need 3 connectors. One to go here, one to go there, and then one to go there. That's a connector we don't have. There's no way to get there with just 2 connectors though, right? Yeah. Certainly not. Unless we could like see around the level or something. So 1, 2, yeah. No. Of course not. And going the other way wouldn't be any better. We could get our second one to be right there. Yeah. Oh. Don't know how to do the connector. Maybe, no, this is just outside. Guys, we just released Spider. I'm reeling from that. Can't climb. I want to climb. Or can we climb this side? We can. Okay. Well, we can bring the connector up here. Possibly. And like put it up here. Yeah, that would fit. Is that all we have to do? Is it that easy? Is it that easy? Yeah, we can totally see it from here. So we will no, we'll put this one up on top. Actually, yeah. It's easier to get up on top. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. We have to... Oh, no, I see. We have to use these, because we can't take the connector through the particle doors. That's right. So... I guess that's not important. I'll get to the computer soon, but I figured out how to get this star. Do this again. Open up. My favorite wall. Actually, no. I mean, actually, yes. I don't know. I was like, I thought of a more efficient way to do it, but I could still... Oh, wait, no, I need this one to stay here. But I'd already done the work to do this. So I was like, I could start by attaching it over there, and then just running over here. But no need. I guess the trick to this star was realizing you could jump up on the rocks. So over here, where do we need to go exactly in order to see that spot? It's right through there. So, select and connect. Alright, now we do the same thing. We do this, okay, yeah, we do the same thing, oh, we can just wait, because we can switch this around while we're running back there. So we just start and we wait. I changed my mind, this means less work next time, and something to do while I'm waiting. Okay, that should be enough. Yar, play, and now run up here. Jump, 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 run. Take this. No, take it. Run. I go in and I turn around. Perfect timing. And now I'm over here, and I should be able to see the connector right up here. There we are. I can't see it because of the sky, but it's fine. There it is, and we just take the fan, and hopefully there's no more shenanigans. Blows us as high as we need to be. It does. Yay! Star for me! Hee hee hee! Okay, let's see what the mods have to say about Spider being loose. Show the threads. Farewell, Atlantis. Something corrupted. The outer world. The asset. 9+. Alright, so I used the thing, the cheat, to get up to 8, but I can't read this because it's 9+. Alright. So, there's still... Now, 9+. Who's 9+? Mulciber is not allowed. Orc is not allowed. Borg and Admin, I think, are the only ones who can read this. The asset. Who is the asset? Is Uriel the asset? Is Spider the asset? Because what would they be doing? It's just Borg and admin. Admin is trying to influence the other mods to try to persuade everybody to stay by making them think it's their own understanding and their own free will when it's really the framing effect. Borg, I don't really know about Borg. Borg just seems to be like the kind of person who feels like they know what's going on and they're above everybody. But it's so weird that they would exclude Mulciber. So what would Mulciber do? Maybe Mulciber's the asset. So Borg and admin are conspiring together to get Mulciber to do what they want to do. Oh man, if that's the case, it is so good. Something is redacted. So that thought that the important thing was to have, to not know the important thing is to be. The true perfection lies that's not English anymore, I think. And then there's some codes. Yep. So this looks like maybe a philosophy thing that got corrupted. Oh, I wonder what it's supposed to be and why it's redacted. The outer world. So let's say this is really happening. We're really getting out of this world. I won't believe it till I see it. Let's say some part of us survives the trip. Where are we going? I think there's a lot to suggest that all the texts Mr. Mulciber has been reading are actually part of an elaborate hoax. To what purpose? I don't know. But there are just too many inconsistencies and contradictions for it to be true. Someone's trying to confuse us. No, this is just human records, many of which are inaccurate. The outside world is within us. Yeah, that's helpful, Billy Owl. Rockwell, I don't know, but I don't think contradictions mean the outside world isn't real. I can see plenty of contradictions right here. Yeah, also because you're looking at text, there's lots of contradictions in text. Reality, if interpreted properly, has many fewer contradictions. Although it still has many things that can be thought of and perceived as contradictions that depend on point of view. As long as we get out of here, I don't really care. Alright, so it looks like everybody is deciding to leave. So then, what is the purpose of the mod propaganda to try to get people to stay? Farewell Atlantis. Is this a story by Lilith? Oh, it's a game. Yeah.
The end of Gehenna is getting close. You know that what we built here matters to me in ways that are just too complicated to fit in a post, but perhaps I can say it like the blacksmith does, by creating a world. It's not as big or as detailed as I want it to be, but I like the thought that even though I'll probably be no more than a memory, a static set of facts about someone who once existed, this little work of interactive fiction might continue to be functional, even in whatever place our memories will soon ascend to. Maybe someone someday will play it and get a glimpse of who we were. But mainly, I made it for you, all of you. It's too late for praise or feedback or discussion, so I'm locking this thread. But if you want to talk, just talk. Now let's talk while we still can.
Alright. Farewell Atlantis. Based on Mulciber's theory of Atlantis, probably. Close your eyes. Alright. I can't read with my eyes closed. Can I open them? A Story of Atlantis. Credits. Written by Lilith, dedicated to Mac for everything. Mac is the one who wrote Jefferson Goldblum. Special thanks to Mr. Mulciber for doing the philosophy of Atlantis. Let's begin. Choose your character class. Poet, farmer, magician, scientist, physician. Oh, wow. Oh, this is interesting. I wonder if it's different. So, medical, poet, worker, magician, scientist. Well, for me, it's got to be between scientist and magician. Because, well, magician could be illusionist. So for me it would be between poet and scientist. I'm not much of a poet. I am a storyteller, and it's grounded in physics. I honestly don't like the doing of science very much, personally. It's one of the reasons I left grad school. I'm not a good poet. Let's do magician. You're in your tower on the cold northern shores of Atlantis, looking out of the window at the vast and icy ocean. Your mind is troubled. You've just woken from a prophetic dream, but you can't remember it. Perhaps you should seek answers in the books of ancient knowledge, or perhaps you should just let it go. The future will attend to itself. This is an ending, probably, or maybe it will happen, and we won't be prepared. Let's seek answers. I mean, those are the two choices. It's to do something or to do nothing. What do we do instead? Just sit in our room all day? It might be a bit more difficult of a decision if we had, like, responsibilities. You know, here's a thought that I had, and I thought of maybe writing this into a small RPG Maker game, where you would get set up and you'd have a task, and partway through the task, you would be faced with a choice. And the choice would be to continue the task the game has given you, or to do something important. The idea I had is based on the old Chinese, I think, myth of a man who goes into a cave and has to walk past a bunch of treasures without touching them, or he'll be sealed in forever. And I thought, you know, how could I tell that story, but actually make it tempting for the player to pick something? The idea being that you'd be faced with a choice partway through the story, and you'd have to finish the task that the game assigned you, or you would have to realize that there's something more important that you could do, or should be doing, and choose to go off the path. And I guess that's pretty common with, like, games like Tunic and Hollow Knight. They kind of do that. So relating to this game, if we had a motivation for the magician that was like, we have to do something, and the choice was to seek answers to the prophetic dream or to do something time sensitive that was our goal, that would be a difficult choice. You go down the stairs to your archive where you keep all your books and scrolls. It takes you some time, but eventually you find an ancient text that describes a spell for the recovery of dreams. Let's try the spell. You return to the top floor. The spell requires a window. You prepare the runes, speak the incantation, but at first nothing seems to happen. Then you feel a mysterious energy enter the room, and out the window you see a light. Look closer. It's a city. A city out there on the sea. Yes, you remember this from the dream. A bright city, a city of light, an eternal city. And its name is... Suddenly a voice interrupts you, breaking the spell. Excuse me, O great sorcerer, but the king of Atlantis has requested your presence. The messenger is indeed a servant of Poseidonus, the king of Atlantis. You have been summoned to court, he says. His manner is friendly. Very well, it's the king after all. Yeah, at this point in the story, we have no reason not to. I mean, if we live in a culture where that is a monarchy, and the king summons us, you go to the king. You don't ask what it's about. The messenger takes you to his chariot, and together you swiftly ride to the great palace in the center of the capital. It's a splendid place, full of statues and banners and marvelous contraptions, and you can't help but wonder what you are doing here. While your work is valuable in its way, you do not usually attract the attention of kings. You enter the throne room and are immediately overwhelmed by its size and splendor. Its most impressive feature is a great mosaic on the wall behind the throne showing the history of Atlantis. 1,000 years of culture somehow embodied in a single titanic work of art. We can examine the mosaic. The sheer amount of work this must have taken. Every stone carefully selected for shape and color, placed perfectly to complement the others. So many small elements working together to evoke a larger whole. What an accomplishment! And what dedication it must have taken. Welcome, friend, the king of Atlantis greets you. Because the king had it put up so that people would notice it and be awed by it. And so, it's... when somebody is in authority like that, they're the ones in charge and they expect everybody to act as they expect them to. And so, it's a good idea to act as you're expected to. No, do not bow, my friend. You are a mage. Every day you deal with powers greater than I can imagine, whereas I am but a king, and today it is I who must beg for your help. Your knowledge may be our only hope. He hands you a scroll. He's flattering us. What does this mean? You read the scroll with growing horror, because you know that what you are reading is true. You felt a change in the energies. Maybe that's the origin of your prophetic dream. Atlantis is sinking. Not someday, not in the far future, but soon. Terribly soon. Confirm the truth. Like, what are we doing? We just say, oh yes, I feel that is true. I guess that's what we did. The king sighs. I was afraid of this, he says, but I had hoped we were wrong. That somehow... but it is pointless. What is. This is the world we were born into, and that is what we must accept. The end of Atlantis is upon us. Curse the gods! Say there is no hope. Ask what can be done. Always ask what can be done. Tell me, what is the heart of Atlantis? The king inquires. Your power, of course. That's the answer you want to hear. The art, the people, knowledge. So, I would choose, in real life, I would choose the people. Because it's important. If we're talking abstract, just like what's important about ancient cultures, the art probably, maybe the knowledge. But if we gotta make a decision right now and our society is about to collapse, the people. Absolutely, no question. The heart of Atlantis is its people, you say. The arts and sciences exists only to serve the people. Poseidonus nods. Then it is they who must be saved, and you will help save them. Ow. There is not much time. The sages discovered our fate only this morning, and they are certain the final earthquake is nearly at hand. If there had been more time... He stares at the window wistfully for a few moments, then gathers himself. There's no time for what-ifs, I'm afraid. Here, take this. The king's golden scepter. The sailors will obey you. Why me? Yes, my lord. Sure. We can ask. The king has showed us respect. So, we can talk on a slightly closer to even footing. Why not you? Why a king and not any other citizen? As I said before, you possess more wisdom than I, who was made king only because of my birth. Yes, my lord. Poseidonus laughs. I am not a lord, my friend. I do not believe I am even a king. I am simply another mortal, trying to find meaning in an indifferent cosmos. My final act, perhaps the only true choice I ever made, was to select you for this task. My time is over. You must go now. So this was nice. That last choice was reminiscent of the philosophical questions of the first game. I like that. Escorted by the same messenger who brought you here, you head for the harbor. Take the chariot. Walk to see the city one last time. No. A disaster is about to befall. We have to go fast. You get on the chariot and thunder down the streets. No time to think about anything else now. It's all entirely unreal. Everything you have known is about to sink over the waves, but you must focus on what has to be done. That's the simple truth. All that matters right now is survival. Not your own, but of at least some part of Atlantis. The earth rumbles and you are going too quickly. The chariot spins out of control and you are thrown into the streets. The messenger lands next to you. Examine the messenger. The messenger seems badly injured and dazed. He tries to get up but falls down immediately, screaming in agony. You don't know how to help him. So, we have to get the people. We're put under a time crunch. I mean, most of the people are about to die anyway, right? And this is going to sound really bad, but when most of the people are about to die, there's not really any objective reason to focus on a single individual. But we could call for help. Yeah, I don't want to leave him. Oh, I'm worried I'm not going to finish in time. Okay, we'll do this. You call for help and some people in a nearby tavern hear you and come running. You tell them to get the messenger to a physician. Even as you say the words, you wonder, what's the point? Go to the messenger and these men will be dead soon, yet it feels wrong to treat them as if they were already so. Yeah, it didn't take much time, so it's kind of worth it, in my opinion. Hurrying as much as possible, you arrive in the harbor. 12 great ships are waiting. Their captains see the golden scepter you carry and kneel before you. They have tears in their eyes, but you sense their determination. Speak to the captains. Do we speak to them or do we load the ships? I think we speak to them and we say, hey, it's time to go fast. What does this mean? Is this telling them to load the ships, or is it just we go up and we start to load the ships? And is this like, we tell them what's happening so that they hurry? Okay, that's what I think it would be. This is what I'm guessing. And so this is what my choice is informed by. This is, load the ships is, there's no time to talk, we just start loading. And then nobody knows what to do. And so that takes longer because we don't have coordination. If we speak to the captains, then we get them on our side. And even though we have to take time talking to them, they can coordinate and get them loaded faster. You speak briefly but with great conviction, telling the captains how important their task is. If they fail now, it was all for nothing. If they succeed, it will save the heart of Atlantis. Load the ships! You want to save the people of Atlantis because people are what matters, that you are certain of. But who gets to live? Oh no! Oh no. This is a terrible, terrible choice. The sailors' families, famous individuals, whoever's closest. My god, the worst of the worst choices, because we want to say that everybody is equal. We want to say that there is no price on a human life, but there are times when we're forced to choose. Who gets to live? So, what's the difference? For one, what's gonna take more time? And for two, what's gonna happen afterward? So if we save the sailors' families, then the survivors are going to feel like at least they came through it together. If we save the famous individuals, that's BS. Everybody's going to be resentful, and the inequalities in Atlantis will continue onto their progeny. Whoever is closest is more egalitarian, because it's like, we need to get people out now. Come on, you're going on the ship. However, afterward, that's going to breed resentment, because the sailors are going to be like, well, what about my family? These random people are here. We're going to start enemies if we do whoever's closest. So I'm going to choose the sailors' families. I might choose something different on a different day. You tell the sailors to go get their families. Many are relieved, some of them are crying because their families are too far away to save. Still, you feel this was the only option your soul could bear. Slowly the ships full up. The ground shakes more and more. We set sail. The ships are ready, one of the captains says. It's time to leave. You look back at the city and wonder what happened to the messenger. Where will he be when the waters come? Will he be in pain? Will he feel betrayed? Yeah, I wonder if we walked, if the messenger would still be alive. I also wonder if we walked, then we would run out of time. The time has come. You set sail away from Atlantis, away from everything you've ever known. The city seems quiet, at peace. Maybe you're the one who is dying. The island has almost faded completely from view when an earthquake strikes. So we had a lot of time. The land seems to crumble and vanish under the water, a whole world disappearing as if it had never existed. Within minutes, no trace remains of Atlantis except the 12 ships and the choices you made. Yeah, so it sounds like from this that if we play it again, we have more time, and so we can spend more time walking through the city, or, you know, not too much time, but we really rushed this, and so we might be able to get a more satisfying ending if we take a little more time. Days pass. Terrible waves shake the ships, but these are the best ships in the Atlantean fleet, and they do not sink. In time, you pass between two great rocky outcroppings into an area of calmer sea. One day, you come upon a beautiful, fertile land where a mighty river flows into the sea. You decide this would be a good place to settle, if only for now. As you look at your new home, you suddenly remember the prophetic dream you had in Atlantis, and you realize it was the city that will stand here someday that you saw, a city that will rise from the remnants of Atlantis, a city that will endure long after you are gone. And on another day, that city too will come to an end, like Atlantis did. But perhaps the citizens of that city will be prepared, and they will fly away into the sky in their ships with painted sails, so the legacy of Atlantis will live forever amongst the stars. You can hope. The end. Oh my goodness. That was a beautiful story. So much fun. It might be the last one we get to do too, since everyone's being freed. Oh yeah. What a great ending. And because of that, even though this might be a little short, we have to end here. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you would have done in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Talos Principle DLC and other awesome games. I'll see you next time. Bye.